I am Debbie. I'm Debbie Waite, Coach Debz from Stronger Inside and Out. I am a personal development and life coach, and I focus on women who want more. You know what I mean, don't you? Women who want more, when you get to a certain point in your life and you kind of just ask that question, is this it? Is this seriously it? I thought I would be happier. I thought I'd be richer. I thought I'd be more content. I thought I'd have more energy. I thought I would be a better time in my life when I reached this point in it. So if you are not, you are absolutely in the right place, completely and utterly. Because when I became a mum quite a few years ago, but I still have two little ones, I felt like I lost my identity. I felt like the super high achiever, career woman of who I was, I clung onto with all of my grip. I literally clung onto her as long and as hard as damn possible. You know, I was a working mum. I worked full time at work over a shorter amount of days, and I worked full time at home. And, you know, I was determined to do the both, as well as be sociable, as well as go to networking events, as well as staying fit, etc., etc. And not only did I burn myself out, but I also felt lost, and I felt lonely, and I felt really unhappy, actually. And I felt even worse because I had a beautiful, beautiful child who I loved with all my heart. And I felt like I should be happier at that point in my overall life. But I wasn't. You know, so I then tried having a side hustle. I started a network marketing business. I became a personal trainer thinking, well, I'll be able to do that around the children. I even tried jacking it all in and becoming a full-time mum. None of it worked. Absolutely none of it worked for me. I wasn't any happier in any of it. And I kept on asking the questions, is this really it? Is this what my life is going to be like? Surely there is more. Surely there is more to it. And what I realised is my whole world, literally my whole world had changed. You know, when you become a mother, or when you change into a different chapter of your life, you might have been married or in a partnership and now you're not, or vice versa. You become a mum, you change careers. Whatever it is, your whole world as you know it completely changes. But unless you change with it, and unless you accept that the old life is the old life, and you need to recreate and reconnect and release a new version of yourself, unless you do that, you're going to always ask those questions, and you're going to always struggle and not be the best version of you can be. You won't be able to release that inner strength that you have, that unique and incredible woman that you are, isn't going to shine as brightly unless you recognise that you need to recreate you. You need to reconnect to you. You need to figure out how you can change so that you can get the best from yourself and the life that you are currently in. Now that makes sense to you, doesn't it? I can feel the energy coming through of how that makes sense to you. So my whole world changed. I need to change. So I recreated myself, and I did something that I had been talking about for 20 years. So I have been a development coach in the corporate world for over 20 years. And what happened is I realised that I loved certain parts of my job. The bits that did this, that presented, that coached, that developed people. And so now I do that, but I do it for me in my own time, in my own way. If I want to swear, I'm going to swear. If I'm going to go a bit crazy, I'm going to go a bit crazy, because that is me. That is the inner side of me. But above all, I want to help other women get through that transition and really, really figure out the decisions that they need to make, the decisions that you might have been avoiding for I don't know how long. But you know that there are decisions in there that need to be made, and you're either hiding from them, you don't know what they are, or you're not quite sure how to make those decisions. I want to help women to take the action, to take themselves forward and their lives forward and the lives of their families. Because there is no point reading all the books. There is no point listening to all the motivational speakers. There is no point making a plan unless you put that into action. Because it's when you put it into action is when the change can happen. That is when things happen and you make them happen small bit by small bit by small bit. And then the third thing is I want to help people release the new version of them, the version that fits with this life they're in right now and the life that they want in the future, and to be able to join the gap between the two. So if that all sounds familiar to you, then you are absolutely in the right place, because I have just opened the doors to my signature program, the Kick-Ass program. Why is it called the Kick-Ass program? Not because I am necessarily going to give you a kick up the arse, although if that's what you need, I absolutely will do. I won't let you rest on your laurels. But it's more about you giving yourself a kick up the arse. You helping yourself to make those decisions, to take that action and reconnect and release that new version of you that fits in with now and your future. So what is the Kick-Ass program? So exciting. So it's 7 weeks, it's 7 training modules, and it's 7 live coaching workshops with me. Included in all of that is several other women who are on exactly the same journey of you, who realise that they're in a place that is okay, but okay isn't good enough, because you deserve more than okay. They're in a place that they want to jump forwards, they want to jump upwards, they want to become the person that they need to be for now and for tomorrow, and create that life that is flipping amazing, not just okay. You'll also get weekly goals. So you will set yourself goals and you will become accountable for them with the rest of the community, the rest of the women on the programme, but also accountable to me, because research suggests that if you are accountable to somebody else, you are much more likely to do it, particularly at the beginning of your journey. And I've hinted at it, you also get a very private Facebook community where you will go on this 7-week journey with a small group of other women who are similar to you, like-minded, action-orientated, and just want it and are prepared to do the work for it. So what are the 7 training modules? Ooh. So the 7 training modules, they have been built and they've been designed by myself so that you go on a step-by-step journey and you build on that every single week. Okay? So the first one is reconnecting with you, reconnecting with who you are and what makes you flipping amazing. Because whether you feel it at the moment or not, you are an incredible and a very unique human being. And we need to reconnect you with that. So we look at your strengths, we look at your weaknesses, we look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. It all comes out in that very, very first week. Just amazing. The second week is about, okay, so what is it you're asking for? That is the question that over 20 years of experience is the biggest question, that whether it's executive coaching or life coaching, whether it's in groups or whether it's individual, the question, what do I want, is the hardest question that people find to answer. So that second week is looking at your vision. What is it you want for your future? What does that actually look like? And how can you create it? How can you connect to it? And how can you make movements towards it so that you can start living it within this 7 weeks? Yes, absolutely, within this 7 weeks. Okay, because the universe says if you ask for something, you're more likely to get it. But if you don't ask for it, well, the likelihood of you getting it is pretty low, let's face it. All right, so we've got to get you used to asking for what it is that you actually want. Week 3 is all about getting you off the hamster wheel, getting you off that hamster wheel of life that hamster wheel that just keeps you going round and round and round and round. It's like Groundhog Day. There are so many demands on you, and there are so many things going on in your day-to-day life that you never get that opportunity to stop the wheel, to stop that wheel, and to really reconnect with, well, what is it I'm doing? And why is it I'm doing this? And is that a priority right here, right now? Or am I doing it because I've always done it? Or am I doing it because no other bugger will do it? That third week is a real eye-opener of where you are putting your time, your energy, your effort, and is it in the right places that really serve you and the life that you want to be living. All that, and we've only got to week 3. Week 4, so what is week 4? Week 4 is about your brain. So we go into a little bit of brain science, but I am all about giving this information to you in a way that is going to make sense to you, that a way that it's going to help you. I'm not going to sit there and baffle you with science and long words. There is no point, okay? My ego knows that I know that stuff, and I need to put it across to you in a way that you understand. So week 4, it's about, are you limiting yourself? Are you limiting your current life? Are you limiting your future life? So let's look if you are, let's look if you aren't, and let's make sure that you are working with yourself in a way that helps yourself rather than hinders it. So let's look at the barriers to you moving forward. Let's look at where your comfort zones are. Let's look at moving them outwards so that you can recreate and you can learn and you can grow as yourself, as a unique and incredible woman. So the fifth week is very much about your energy. And if you followed me for a while, you would have heard me so much go on about energy, because it is something that I'm so passionate about. Whether that's positive and negative energy, or whether that's internal and external energy. We go into all of that, but we also go into your physical energy, your mental energy, your emotional energy, where you're at, where you get it from, how much have you got in your energy buckets, in your stores, in your energy stores, and how can you fill them up? Where do you need to fill them up from? So we go into that in quite a lot of detail. The 6th week, we're getting towards bringing it all together now. The 6th week is, well, if we've looked at who you are and what you want and what's stopping you moving forward and where you get your energy from, well, let's start looking at, well, what is it you want? What is it you want from you? What is your brand? What is brand you? Okay, because if we're going to create a brand new you, then we need to figure out what you want that to look like. Who do you want to step out and be? So we go into that on the week 6. Week 7, we bring it all together. We bring it all together, all of your learning from the 7 weeks. We bring it all together and we turn the motion from the what you have learned and the research behind it and the mindset behind it and the plans that you've made into an action plan. You would have already taken loads of action throughout the 7 weeks, but this is about, okay, now, right, well, what am I actually doing and what am I going to be doing consistently when I come out of the program? Because you get a lot of help and a lot of support while you're in it. It's my job to make sure that doesn't stop just because you're not around the other women on the program or myself anymore. So it's pulling it all together. It's making sure that the change that we have created in the program carries on so that there's not a stop to the program and then everything else stops. That momentum, that inspiration, that motivation, that carries on afterwards. Okay? So at each week of those 7-week modules, you will get several pre-recorded videos accompanied by worksheets. So you can do it in your own time. I know that time is precious. Time is very precious to me too. And it's important that you get into where you're comfortable in a time of the day that best serves you. So you can watch the videos, do the workshops in a time that the best for you. And then what happens, once a week, more than likely going to be Thursday afternoons, well, Thursday lunchtimes, once a week, everybody in the program will come together for 90 minutes. And that is where you get live group coaching from me. So I've been a coach for over 20 years. So this isn't a new thing for me. I keep developing and I keep learning, but essentially I have the massive amount of experience that I want to be able to use and help you to embed all of this. So each live session is about you coming along with your questions, any concerns, with your successes, and it's an opportunity for us to work through those together with the rest of the group, because you will learn a lot from what other people are going through as much as what you will learn from yourself and what you will learn from me. And any questions get answered. It is your opportunity. There is also in the private Facebook group, whatever question you have throughout the program, you can pop it in there, tag me in it, and I will either write the answer or video the answer so that you have access to me throughout those 7 weeks. It is just nuts. It is absolutely amazing. So that is what it is. So why is it for you? Well, if you're still here watching this video, then I've got a funny feeling it absolutely is for you, because it means that you totally and utterly get it. All right. So why is it for you? So you know that something needs to change in your life. You just need to figure out, you need help to be able to know what that something is and make the decision so that you can take the action and release the new version of you and the life that you want to live. You aren't as sparkly as you used to be. You don't jump out of bed as much as you used to in the same way. You're not where you thought you would be at this stage in your life. Something is just missing. There is a need for more. You need more, and right too, because you deserve more. But that's easy for me to say. I've been a coach for so many years, it's easy for me to say that you want more, well, let's go get it. Well, actually, that's quite scary. That's quite a scary journey. To make those changes on your own, sometimes you don't know where to start. What book do you read? What YouTube video do you watch? What conference do you go to? What course do you sign up to? Well, exactly, because it could be that you could do this work yourself over the next couple of years, but that's a next couple of years. What a waste of the next couple of years when you could do the work in the comfort of a secure group of people who are doing exactly the same at exactly the same time. Fast pace, intensive, 7 weeks, so that all of that work is done within that 7 weeks. So you can make those decisions, you can take that action, and you can release the next version of you that fits in with the life that you want now and for the future. Okay, you need to take back some control. You want to take back some control. You want to get back in the driver's seat because you feel like life is happening to you rather than you being in control of your life. So let's get you there. Okay, let's get you back in that driver's seat. Let's get you making those decisions, taking that action and releasing the person that you are going to be next. So with all of that, so we've gone through what the program is, what you'll get from it, the structure of the program. And if you've got any questions, please, please, please do drop them below. The program starts on the 5th of May. The 5th of May, which is next week. So the doors are not open for very long. They really aren't. Because I don't want you to join if you want me to give you all the answers. I want you to join because you're prepared for me to ask you the questions so that you can find the answers. I don't want you to join if you really can't be asked to do the work, because this is about coming on board and getting help to do the work that you need to be able to create that change. I don't want you to be, if you don't want to be a part of an active, supportive community who all want change, well, this program isn't going to be for you. And if you want to wallow in self-pity because you feel sorry for yourself and the life you currently live, again, this is not the program for you. If you want your ego stroked, and if you want somebody to tell you everything's going to be okay and you are wonderful, without doing anything to get that from, without doing any of the work, then again, this isn't the program for you. I will celebrate when you have done something. I will celebrate when you are feeling amazing. But if you're going to wallow in the self-pity and you want just your ego stroked, then this is not the program for you. But if you are prepared to do the work and you want help to make those decisions, you want to be able to move your life forward, you want to take action so that you can move it forward at a faster pace, and you want to be able to rediscover who you are and release that into the world, then this absolutely is the program for you. So doors are open for 7 weeks of intensive kick-ass coaching, 7 training modules with videos and worksheets, 7 live group coaching sessions within an incredible private Facebook community with goal setting, accountability, celebrations, and I'm even going to chuck in a few bonuses. So what are you waiting for? You either message me now and ask the questions that you want answered, or you click on the link below and you buy a ticket for the program. There are only 12 spaces available. I want this to be a small community of women who really want change. I don't want it to be huge. I want you all to get to know each other, support each other, and you will probably become friends for life because you're going to go on one hell of a journey together.